Hello guys, this is Survival Jarrett back again, and on this video it's not a how-to, but well it kind of is, but the day that me and my cousin were out in the wilderness out here, out back in our backyard, when it's not his because he was visiting, but it was rainy that day, so it's still wet from that day, and it recently rained, and that was recently when he was over here. And when he was over here, we were making shelters, and he started making his, but I don't really think it turned out that good. He had to move his because I started building my shelter right there, and then he started building his right next to mine, and my shelter was going inside of his shelter, so we had to take it apart and move it while it was raining. Well, not raining, but it was rainy, and then it was sprinkling. So, and then all of the grass and stuff was wet, so we had to restart, and then he was just getting nervous, so he stopped, and this is how it turned out. But it's not that great, but if he put leaves, it would probably be secure. Now, mine, on the other hand, is really good shelter. Now, this is just like kind of like a sneak peek of my shelter, but I'm probably going to more than likely make videos how to build shelters. Now, this is not a lean-to. You could think that because it was like that, because it's leaning against a trampoline, which is the only thing. Like, we looked all around. We didn't want to go in the woods, but we wanted to go out back farthest away from our house as we can, so we came out here, and I guess we just figured that our trampoline could fit a shelter onto it. So what I did is I just put a stick down that was sturdy enough, and then I just started stacking little sticks like this, and then I just started breaking big sticks apart, and I went all the way over there near our garden, and I brought a whole bunch of sticks over here, and I just started stacking the sticks up, and it kind of makes like the rib cage for the shelter. Now, it's not like there is some blank spaces right there, but pretty soon it's pretty much finished. Like, you could put a tarp over this, and then you would be finished. Like, there's a blue tarp over there. You could put a garbage bag over it. You can be creative and make your own shelter, because this is technically a finished shelter. All you really need left is just something to cover it. Either whether it's leaves, which if I want to put leaves, look at this big space. I would have to put a couple more, but I don't have to do that if I want to put like a tarp or a garbage bag. Like I said, be creative. You can use your imagination and put anything over it just to survive in a shelter. And it's pretty sturdy. Like, it's not too sturdy, but when I shake the trampoline a little and I kick it, you can't really tell a difference. It doesn't really move that much. So if I was in there and if it was like, let's say, an earthquake happening when this would be moving, my shelter would kind of stay alive. Well, not alive, but it would stay sturdy because it's pretty sturdy, and I just shook the trampoline. But I highly doubt that an earthquake will happen in New York. I've never experienced one. I hope I never do. But I just wanted to show you, like, my little shelter. Now, his was kind of an epic fail. Like, look at it. Like, how is this a shelter? I mean, it kind of worked out alright. If he could put like a tarp over this, and it would be, his is a lean-to. Like, his is just like a wall leaned onto this. Mine's a debris shelter, and I'm trying to make it a debris shelter. Like, what I mean by put leaves. Like, right in this area, I could put leaves, but over here I couldn't because there's big spaces the leaves could fall in, and then it could fall into the areas that there is no sticks. If I put a couple big sticks right there, no leaves will get in. If I put like all the leaves over there are still wet because it was rainy, like I said. Like, look at all those leaves. They're all still wet and damp. So when they dry and when new leaves fall, I can probably finish this by putting them on. But my dad has to mow the lawn, so hopefully I can keep the shelter up and then build another one and show you guys how to. But you don't really need a tutorial. All you gotta do is find something like a tree, like a tree stump that starts to go up, and then that splits into two big branches, and then put one big stick right in between those. Like if you were pulling back a string on it kind of looks like that. Like if you were pulling back like the thing on the slingshot. Like, it like sits up and then it like splits apart like that, like a tree that kind of looks like that. Put your stick right in between. It works. So I just wanted to give you a little tip on that, and It's just very simple. You just set up the stick on something, and then you just keep on stacking smaller sticks, and you go back and forth on each side and keep on stacking them, and it kind of looks like this pattern. Like, you'll have something like this, and then you just put either leaves, whatever you're using, leaves, if it was leaves and little sticks and stuff, and grass, that would be a debris shelter. But if it was just like a tarp, then it would be a tarp shelter, or just a regular survival shelter, just to stay in overnight before you keep on traveling, trying to find your way back to civilization. So I just wanted to give you a little tip and a little tour of mine and my cousin's. You know, you could use his. I think that this would be a complete and a success if he put a few more sticks under and twisted them, and then used this stuff to tie, and then put a big tarp over it. His would be a success, but his was a fail because he didn't want to do any more, because he gave up because it was raining. But I stayed out here, and I was a man, and I took it, and I pretty much finished my shelter. And then by the time I was almost done with mine, my mom called me in my house, so I didn't get to really finish it. But I just wanted to show you my shelter. And I will be doing many more videos on how to build shelters, which different types of shelters. I'm not going to do any like edible plants right now, but we have apple trees. So in our area, we live in New York, the United States, so we have apple trees here. So I can just go out here in case I get lost out here and eat apples all day long. So that's pretty much simple, not simple. Simple. So I think we do have like raspberries or blueberries out here somewhere, but I'm not sure. But I just wanted to show you my shelter, and I hope you guys enjoyed this little video about my shelter and little tips. And you want to make sure like your shelter is sturdy. You don't want it to be like this and not like, look at all that holes. Like, you don't want it like to collapse on you when you're sleeping, and then when you wake up have a big shelter on you or something, or all this sticks on you and dirt. You don't want that. You want it to be a nice sturdy shelter that it's going to keep you out of the elements in a survival situation. So, and please check out my other video on how to build a little survival kit tin, like a little survival kit out of an Altoids tin. So please check that out. Subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed this video. Leave a like, a comment. Anything is just appreciated. Like, I just need subscribers. I just started the channel, so please, anything that helps. A like, a comment, subscribe. Please do anything, and I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Stay tuned. Bye.